we've got all the wiring out. Now we're just taking the deluxe trim out. And once we've got that all out, we can then undo the handbrake cable, because we've got the fittings for handbrake cable, wiring harnesses out. And then we just got to wind back the tension on the cab tilt spring assistant thing, and then hopefully we're good to go. And then it's just the other cab, but the other cab's not going to be as bad. We just got to take the doors off that, undo everything from the inside, take the seats off, and just connect the wiring harness. I'm hoping I can do just about everything I need to without having to. So I can literally take it off that cab and put straight onto the other cab. But we'll see how we get on. The reason why I'm stripping this down, theoretically I don't have to, because I could leave this in, but I'm painting the whole thing. I believe if you're going to paint something, and you might as well paint the inside as well, because there's nothing worse when you get in a vehicle, you see a red vehicle or a blue vehicle on the outside, and you come in and the rest is white. You know it wasn't done properly. There's a little rusty spot down by the driver's side door too, which I might have to plate. Just it's not gone through, but it's a bit soft to tap, so I'll patch that up. Make it look as good as new, like she's loved again. Oh, my arm's getting tired. I get a feeling I should have grabbed my drill. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's just as easy to go and get the rubber tool. Now, I don't have no fancy impact driver or nothing. I just use a good old Makita drill. Could have done with my smaller Phillips bit. Mine seems to be doing the trick. I don't know how old this canter is. Thought I'd have a year on it somewhere, but for something that's quite an age, 2007. There you go. Wiring harness got 2007 written on it. So it's coming apart pretty easy, which is a good thing. Yeah, I'm not going to get down with the drill, am I? Yes, I did. So you might be watching this and think, oh my god, he's doing it completely wrong. Oh, he's doing a wonderful job. Personally, it's, in my view, it's personal preferences, and I feel like I should do a proper job from the start. So that is what I'm focused on. So I could do with getting a proper tool for taking these things out, but I don't have the proper tool. I am probably going to put a handle in here, because my old man's probably going to use this, and it might be easier for him to get in. Not that I'm saying he's old and crippled, but he's no spring chicken, by all means. But don't tell him that. I'll keep that between us here. So, now it's just a case of popping all these out, which are coming out better than Land Rover ones anyway. I have to be fair, you know, when you're working on Land Rover, you can kind of guarantee everything's always going to break. But with this, I think I've had about 3 bolts snap off in total. And in all fairness, that's looking good. I don't know how I'm putting the padding back in around here. I don't know if anyone is aware, but when you put these windows in with rubber seals, a lot of people use screwdrivers on it. You can actually get a piece of string, put the window on the outside, put the string so it comes in on the inside, a bit of fairy liquid, then you pull your string around and then get someone to apply a bit of pressure on the outside, pushing in, and it'll pop your seal right in. I managed to get this out without having to do too much. I was a bit worried that I might break something, but so it's a bonus. It's always a good day when you don't break anything. My uncle didn't have too much luck out on the farm. He went gathering and busted up his, well, he didn't bust it up, but the starter motor's busted on his Kodiak. It's literally burnt itself out, and it's not even 2 years old that week, so he's not too impressed. Likes the bike. I was thinking about getting one, but he's now got to try and get himself a starter motor. And now we're in the middle of our shearing season, and because of a new bike, there's no old ones lying around that you can rob parts from. And so he's sort of stumped on what's he going to do, because obviously with having the shearing season up so close, it makes life a little difficult. But he's not allowed to ride motorbikes on it because of his accident a few years ago, so I can also stop someone from doing certain things. But hey ho. Go. She's out. Carry this, put somewhere safe. Just blast that wire out. Some of that soundproof and stuff and stick around us. It would make a difference. See, I'm not sure if you can see. It's not going to come through very good. But there's surface rust under there, so we may have to sort of. Alright, so we're on to the other one. This one's all stripped, as you can see. Zoom in, maybe I won't. So we'll go up for a look. So we've got this one completely stripped. We're ready to go. Yes, we've got to clean it, sand it, paint it, but we're going to do that while it's on the other counter. So hopefully, we've still got to take the gear cables off that one. So this one, we've taken the door off, we've got it all, the brake lines disconnected. I've only been working on this for a couple of hours. Ooh, So we've got the dash out, the gears out, got the electricals disconnected for this side. So I've got to get a bag and tape around this for the time being, so no water gets into any of these. And this was literally just went up to here. So my plan is I might have to try and find a way of threading or getting a nut in that end. I'm not quite sure how I'm doing that for the cover. And I've got to put another one in there for this bracket to go up, but that's going to be sorted afterwards. We've got this door to take off, but I'm leaving it on there as long as possible, just because then it's not in the way. Got the seats to take out. Got all the brake system. So the throttle system is done differently on this one, completely differently. So the other throttle system had a pedal that rocked here, was bolted to the floor. Well, this one has the electronic gizmo up here, which can be easily disconnected by unplugging that and lifting that up. We've had two hands. For the wiring down to the lights and to the doors, I'll have to literally take all this off and sort all that out. I've got to disconnect. I called it a PTO housing. It's not a PTO housing. It is a PTO select gear engagement thing. But it's bolted on with 2 bolts onto the floor. It's not very strong in there, but it works. So next job is take seats out and sort out the lot, and I guess I'm calling it quits because the rats are turned up. So we will go and have a drink and then set about it again. Turns out I got my nephew as well. Daddy. So I'll catch you later. Enjoy. So here we go. So we've got most of the dash out. We just got this wiring loom here to take out, which then feeds down into the thing, which is plugged in at the bottom down there. That'll be the first wiring loom I'll probably put in the cab, I would have thought. So yeah, we've got to take that one out. We've got to take all the deluxe trim out, take all this out, and then get under here, which isn't looking too bad a condition. I'm planning on, once this cab's stripped, is sort of cutting some of these bits out, sort of up here, cutting these sections out, even though they're slightly twisted. You know, I've got a rotten bit in here on the other one, which I'll just plate. I'll cut it out and weld a piece in, because I want to keep these bits so if the cab ever is rotten, we can sort it out. But no, the funny story with this canter is it was bought by a company called Shaw. They used to use it for a couple of years. I can't actually remember the year of it. Normally if you look on the wiring harness, you'll see a label. 13. Could be 2013. Oh, let's see what we got here. VIN. Well, there's your VIN number if you need that. I'll move out the sunlight a bit. Oh, the sun's not going to let you sort of do it. There's your tyre pressures. I thought it would have told you the year. Manufacture date for the seatbelt's 2012, so there you go. So it's not actually all that old. The other one was 2007, so the one that we're doing up there is 2007. And we're basically, what we've got to do next is, this is the wire that's coming out of the thing. This is your PTO cable, which we can take out, and then this is the wire, and it goes down into these 2 blocks here. So we'll sort that out, and then it should be good for us to sort of lift the cab off as such. So we'll take this door off. This seat has just got 1 bolt left in it, and we've got to undo. I've got all this, which is going to come out with the wiring harness, and then you've got 2013. So this was fitted in 2013. So even if you said 2014, I know it's not a very old machine when they had it. So anyway, getting back to the story, they had it. They got it bogged. It's 4-wheel drive. They got it bogged, and sadly, a local farmer went to go and tow them out. So they got this side bogged on the side of a hill. So if you can imagine sort of been bogged on this sort of side, twisted slightly. They put the hook in here, and you can see what they did, because this is bent the wrong way. That should be in like that. So bent all this. So they put a hook in there and then towed it downhill. So basically she just went whoosh. So they had this sitting for a while. Now if we backtrack a bit, when they got this, it had the normal road tyres, as we'd call on it. So these tyres are 37 by 1250s. Lovely looking tyre. I'd love to get a set to put on my Rover. But anyway, so they got these, and now these tyres cost them $3,500 with the rims and the tyres for 5 of them. So they bought them, put them on, and then obviously about a year after they had them, not even a year, they laid it over and bent the cab. The cab's broken in that spot, so it makes quite a mess. So to claim back on insurance, they got the insurance for it. Now this machine, we were told, cost them just shy of 70,000 when they bought it, because it was all custom built with the high ab on it and all that, and it had to be strengthened all along the chassis railings here. It's got a nice little Phasey, it's F-A-S-S-I F50 on it. It's not a strong little thing. Here's a spec on it. It can lift 2 ton up close. It can lift about 1,300 kilos. I don't know why they put a lifting sort of eye in there, because you can't put hooks up there. So you got a point down there where you can put a hook if you wanted to, I suppose. Down there, so maybe that's what they're on about actually. So you could lift 2 ton up from that point there. But yeah, anyway, it's got a nice little high ab on it. It doesn't lift very much, but it's enough. It can lift an engine up, comes with bits of fuel and things like that. So in my books, it's good enough for what we need. 340 kilos, fully extended. That's the weight of a bale. A bale is 200 kilos, so it'll lift a bale up and put on the end. It did struggle to lift that generator up though when I had it set out there, and it was near reach. So that generator must weigh, I'm guessing, around between 300 and 500 kilos. Yeah, so all the pins are a bit seized. So anyway, they had it up for tender or sale, and no one was interested in it. And it sat there for a good year. And one day I was talking to one of the guys, and I said to him, "Oh, what happened to that canter that you guys had?" And he said, "Oh, it's still for sale." I said, "Oh, how much are they after?" He said, "I'll tell you what." He said, I'll go and ask." So as he went to go up and ask about the canter, I said to my old man, I said, "Oh, they'll probably be wanting a fortune for it. Like, they spent a lot of money on it. Like, I thought they would have spent about 30 on it. I didn't know it was quite as much as what it was." And he come up and he says, "Yeah, it's still for sale," he says, "and we want $3,500 for it, because on our wheels." So basically you see Gippy down in the distance down there. Probably not, because the sun's a pain in the bum. But Gippy's going into his cage. So I bought it there and then, really. So I went and picked it up. I drove it up here. It drove fine. But the downside to it now is the clutch is stuck. We went to go and move it. We weren't really going to change a cab here. We went to go and move it, and the clutch stuck. So we're now thinking that maybe, with it being sitting for so long, the flywheel decided to grab the old clutch pedal. So what we're going to do is once we get it going, we're going to jack her up on the back wheels, because we can turn these hubs to freewheeling by just turning them like that. And hopefully we can get them jack up the back, and then I'll put her in gear, but with my foot on clutch, start it, and then just keep tabbing the brakes, and hopefully it'll free it up. If that doesn't work, then I will probably have to book it to a garage, because I'll have to go on a lift to have the gearbox dropped down, clutch freed, and then gearbox lifted back into place, which will be a pain in the ass, but hey ho, that's the way things are. But yeah, not too bad. Double card UJs on the back there, on the front. So yeah, I've got to give it all grease up. It's been sat for quite a while. We've got to pull some pins out on the high ab, free them up. And mostly importantly, we've got to change the cab. So I haven't got much left to do to this, and I'll have it hopefully off tomorrow. Not sure how it's going to go. We're hoping to lift it off, sit that cab down there, lift that cab off, and then reverse down here, turn around. We've only got a little counterbalance forklift, a little 2.5 ton, 2 ton forklift. So we're hoping this ground's going to be strong enough for it. But yeah, so don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be stripping that down. I'm also going to paint the roof on that one tomorrow, because it's meant to be a really nice hot day tomorrow. So I've got some red oxide. I'll wire brush the roof down and do that. But yeah, this is a pretty bare can. It's pretty hollow when you're talking it too now. So we can, but this is the piece that I've got. This is the only hole that I can find, and I reckon that's just wore out because people have walked on it all the time. So my plan is to cut this out and weld a piece in there. I'm not gonna bother cutting the whole section out and try and weld the whole section in, and then go for gold. So, and then I've got to take the engine gearbox off this one, all the electrics, fuel tank, fuel lines, battery tray, absolutely everything except the back box there, because the plan to this one is we'll cut all this accessory off, take all this off, because it used to be like a skip truck. So we got all this like hydraulic solenoids and Christ knows what sitting in here, and we've had a bit of a hydraulic leak because someone accidentally cut the hydraulic line. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but had a man come up looking at something, because I think it was actually after the hydraulic tank. I guess he gave up after he'd done that, but at least I don't have to worry about the hydraulic fluid. There wasn't much in there anyway. It literally looks worse. It was drained, so it must have been just what was in that pipe. So yeah, so the plan is to take everything off that's not needed, and then from about here we're going to cut a notch into the top of this chassis and then bend it in, and then put a drawbar on the end of it, and then after that we're going to go to the hydraulic rams that's at the back somewhere. There's underneath these hydraulic rams, and put a tractor tipping point on it, and then take the two front wheels off, put it onto that side there because they're flat, and I'll chuck them in the back. He doesn't want the front axle, but I said he can have the wheels because they're no good for mine unless I have a full set, and having two is not really a full set. So I wouldn't mind having a set of these on there, but I'll keep them just for the winter time. But as they're like 250 quid, I reckon, for a tyre. Just BF Goodrich, are they? No, they're Discoveries. I prefer BF Goodrich. Cooper, Discovery Coopers. Isn't that what they use in the James Bond movie? 37 by 1250s. They're on 17-inch rims, mind you, but same size tyre. So yeah, stay tuned for the next phase. And thank you for watching. And sorry these videos are a bit long, and sorry there isn't many of me actually working. I'm speeding up. Might speed up the one of me doing the thing. And there's the 6610 rearing and ready to go to its new owner. All happening. So if you want to comment, rate and subscribe, or if you want to fund them, always happy to have funding. These projects take a long time. I've had this canter now coming up a year and a half, 2 years, trying to find projects, so it's taken us a while. There's Gippy's pen down there. Not that you can see Gippy. That's my mum and my son over there for some strange reason. I guess he's spending the night. So we'll catch you later.